Hey everyone, Adam Mishan here, singer, songwriter, and vocal coach. And here are 4 exercises that if you've done them without proper guidance, you're probably doing them wrong.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
All right, so exercise number 1 is probably the one that everybody gets the most. It's the one that I've taught the most. It's the one that I've seen the most on YouTube. It's the lip roll. Lip roll is Now, most people get this wrong when they attempt their higher range. So as they're moving through up into their higher range, what'll happen is something along those lines, or they'll crack into a more head voice tonality. The problem with this is that we're not getting the full benefit that the lip roll is affording us. If you want to sing with more confidence and power, then you have to sign up for my lesson subscription. You get 2 group lessons with me personally every single week. You get access to all my courses, and you get access to recordings of all my one-on-one lessons with my students. That will help you learn vicariously through them. Click the link down below to sign up now. When you're doing a vocal exercise, the first thing you have to do before you start the exercise is ask yourself, why am I doing this exercise? What does this achieve in my voice? Because the honest truth is, one exercise done in many different ways could potentially be a full vocal warm-up. You could turn a mum exercise into a, resonance nasal sort of exercise. You could turn the lip roll into a full vocal warm-up, just doing the lip roll for an hour in many different ways. The whole key is, how am I doing it? So let me tell you, the goal of the lip roll is to be both a breathing exercise and a vocal exercise at the same time. So I know a lot of you are fans of the breathing exercise, but what I want you to do is this. Go feel the amount of pressure in your abdominals when you do that. Now go and feel the amount of pressure in your abdominals there. The lip roll, if done correctly, gets the abdominals all ready to start engaging. So our goal with the lip roll is to try to get our breath working for us to optimize the amount of vocal cord vibration and the way that the vocal cords are vibrating. So really it comes down to, how loud are you doing the exercise? If you're going through your exercise, you're probably not getting the full benefit of the exercise. Are you going to warm up your voice? Probably, yeah, you're going to get your instrument warmed up a little bit more, but are you going to be really engaging your support the way that we want to? Support means using the abdominals to pressurize the air and get the air out. Think of yourself as a balloon. Here is the neck of the balloon. This is the body of the balloon. If you're squeezing out a balloon, you want to squeeze from the bottom. So the abdominals are the ones that are squeezing from the bottom. So we want to make sure that we're getting those lower abdominals involved. So how should we do it instead? We want to go there. You can notice the level of intensity, the level of just volume in and of itself is forcing my body to start to get involved much more. I'm connecting much more into my abdominals. So what I want you to do right now is put your hand on your abdominals and try it the way you would normally do it. And you'll notice your abdominals can be very, very lazy when you're doing this sound. Now I want you to do it the proper way. And doing all your exercises like that, all the scales, when you're doing your lip rolls, will make a massive difference. So notice, what do your abdominals do when you're doing it that way? I can tell you right now, if you do that exercise with that approach, you're going to shave off months or even years of your vocal progress by just making that one nuanced change if you're doing the lip roll on a daily basis. The next exercise that you're probably doing wrong is called the NG sound. So we do this as sing. Now, the problem with the NG that a lot of people run into is they allow the tongue to fall too far back in the throat, and then they lose the benefit and the ring that this NG sound provides us. So if I go sing, I'm keeping the energy and the sound in my throat. I'm not letting it come out. The whole point of this exercise is to get it up out of the throat and into the front of the face. Sing. So there are a number of things that you can do to quickly fix this. Number one, make sure that you're doing the NG with an open jaw. So we don't want to close the mouth as we're doing it. We want to allow it to open up like we're going ah, ah, Just shifting the way the tongue is positioned is going to make the difference. The other thing is, if you notice your tone is falling back in your throat, simply bring your tongue forward. So imagine not just lifting your tongue up against the roof of your mouth. You want the back of your tongue to come up and forward. It's a pulling sensation in the back of the root of the tongue. Now, a lot of you may not even be aware of what that is. So what I want you to do is just go ah, 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 and feel that position in the throat and in the mouth that your tongue is actually moving. Now what I want you to do is try to bring it forward. And you'll really feel this varying levels of pressure in different parts of your mouth. When you bring your tongue forward, you're going to feel more pressure against the roof of your mouth, more forward onto like your hard palate. So the roof of your mouth there. Now I want you to try to do that with the NG all the way through your range. So if we go, try to really keep it forward. And you'll notice a whole bunch of buzz in the front of your face when you do this. But make sure you keep that loose jaw and the tongue up and forward. Next is another quintessential exercise that you're probably doing wrong. This one is the mum. I'm sure if you've done any of the YouTube videos, you've come across this exercise. It is a wonderful exercise that is very misunderstood. So a lot of people will go mum 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 and they'll be like, why is my voice not connecting? Why am I not able to get one full voice from bottom to top of my range? Well, you're not doing the exercise right. You're doing it wrong. So we want to try to really focus this exercise in on the consonant, not the vowel. Now, I know this may be sacrilegious for a few of you that are saying like, well, you got to sing on the vowels. You can't sing on the consonants. Yes, in general, when we are singing, we want to try to get rid of our consonant sounds as much as possible and just use enough to be able to insinuate to the audience that we're actually saying words. But at the same time, when we're training the voice, consonants can be very useful because of the stoppage that they provide. They stop the airflow. B, D. All of these consonants are stopping the amount of airflow, whereas I, O allows for flow. So if I'm going mum, 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 that's a very lazy consonant. The consonant is just not doing what it's supposed to do. Rather, do your mums like this. Mum, 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 mum. Notice how I'm really leaning on each one of those M's. I really lean on those M's to really get my voice up and out of my throat, but also create stoppage and chord closure as I'm going through it. So I don't get as I'm going through my range. If this is still difficult for you, there is another way to actually activate a little bit more of this consonant focus, and that is to throw a little bit of a vocal fry at the beginning of the M. So what I want you to go is mum 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 mum. And to do this properly, you're going to have to lower the volume, and that's okay. Mum 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 mum. And so what we're gonna have to do is use a little bit of that vocal fry to activate the vocal cords and get them to close properly, and then carry that through the scale. You'll notice that it'll be much easier to focus in on that closure as opposed to opening up and letting the voice break. The final exercise that's lesser known than the other ones that I want to talk about today is the B. And this is one that you might be doing wrong if you are doing it. If not, do it the way that I tell you today. So if you're going to be doing similar to the mums, a B that is like ba 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 ba, you're losing a lot of the benefit of that exercise. The whole point of the exercise is to create stoppage and to get the vocal cords to come together, train them to be able to firmly connect. So we want to try to get that connection. What do? We make it staccato. Do it staccato and really focus in on that B. So what I want to try is bu 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 bu. Now, if you're good at doing the staccato already and you could do it like that, boop, 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 then I want you to try to do it legato, but hanging on to that B sound. That also is really going to build up pressure behind the vocal cords as you go through your range. Just be careful there not to build up so much pressure to the point where you keep it in your throat. We don't want to do that. We want to still allow the resonance to come up as we open up our mouth. So there you go, 4 popular exercises with 4 popular mistakes that I see being made. Try to make those adjustments and see how quickly your singing improves. If you guys like this video, check out this one right here. You're gonna like it too.